Ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na. I have some stories for you from the mythology, Indian mythology. I have some stories for you from the mythology, Hindu mythology. Good morning everybody, and this is Rohini Jayanti, and today I am here to take you into the world of stories. I'm going to present you wonderful stories from the series of Dasavatara, the stories of Lord Vishnu. Are you all ready to travel with me? Yes. Before going into the stories of Dashavatara, we need to know what is Dashavatara. Yes, right. We all are aware of the Trinity or the Supreme Gods, none other than the Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the protector or the preserver, and Maheshwara, the destructor of the universe, of the three worlds. And Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara have been creating, protecting, and destroying and maintaining the entire cosmic balance of the universe over thousands and thousands of years and over all the yugas, that is the Satya Yuga, the Treta Yuga, the Dwapara Yuga, and the Kali Yuga. So whenever there is evil and whenever evil arises and dominates and it harms the innocent and the good, Lord Vishnu, who is the preserver and the protector of the universe, he takes a particular form or a particular avatara, that is an incarnation, and descends to the earth to eradicate the evil and to protect the good and the wise and the noble, to re-establish the good and to maintain the cosmic order. So, time to time, Lord Vishnu would emerge in different avatars and descend to the earth based on the circumstances and based on the situations. And all these avatars put together are called as Dasa Avataras, that is the 10 incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Why? To eradicate the evil and to protect the good. Right, children? So, amongst all these, the first and foremost avatara is the Matsya Avatara. Matsya Avatara symbolically narrates the beginning of a new civilization, a beginning of an era where Lord Vishnu, who has incarnated, who has descended to the earth in the form of a one-horned fish, and he eradicates the evil and he protects the good and gives rise to a civilization. So shall we know what the story is all about, children? Yes. Thousands of years ago, during the Satya Yuga, there was a demon called Hayagriva. And this demon, he had stolen the Vedas, that is the sacred scriptures from Lord Brahma, and had disappeared into the oceans, and he hid himself under the oceans. During that particular period of time, the southern portion of Bharatavarsha, that is the land of Bharat, was ruled by a content and a pious king named Satyavrata. He was also known as Vaivasvata Manu. And Satyavrata was a very content man and as well a very powerful man. In fact, he was a devotee of Lord Vishnu. One day, it so happened that Satyavrata went to river Kritamala to offer his morning prayers to the Lord Sun. As he scooped water in his cupped palms and was about to leave, he found a small fish in it. "Oh, a small fish, don't you worry, I'll put you back in the water," said Satyavrata. And as he was about to leave the fish in the water, the fish shouted, "No, king, no, please don't put me back in the water. I might be eaten away by the bigger fishes. Please give me some shelter and please save me." The fish requested Satyavrata. "Oh, noble fish, don't you cry. I'll take you to my palace," he said. And he took the fish back to his palace and he put it in a vessel. The next morning, when Satyavrata got up, he heard the cries of the fish. When he went and looked, the fish grew in size and it filled the entire vessel. And it started shouting, "Oh king, this place is not sufficient for me. Please take me to a bigger place, a bigger water body." So Satyavrata took the fish from the vessel and he had put it in a pond. The next day the fish grew again in size and it filled the entire pond. Again it started crying, "Oh king, please save me. I'm unable to live here. I might die in this water. Please move me to a bigger place." And Satyavrata, with the help of his men, moved the fish to a river. But the next day, the fish grew in size bigger and bigger and it filled the entire river. And it started crying again, "Oh king, you said you would be giving me shelter, but this river is not sufficient for me. I am dying here. Please save me. Please take me to another bigger place." King was totally confused. He thought for a while, but he couldn't do anything. He again, with the help of his men, moved the fish now to an ocean. And there he stood for some time and saw the fish growing in size. He was really confused. He thought, "This is not an ordinary fish. Who it could be?" he thought for a while. And then from the fish arose Mahavishnu, Lord Vishnu. Then Satyavrata held his hands together and bowed him and said, "Oh Lord Vishnu, it was you. Why did you appear in front of me? I'm so blessed. Thank you so much, Lord. What a pleasant morning it is that I could see you." He prayed, he chanted all the mantras of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu then told Satyavrata that, "Satyavrata, this is my Matsya Avatara. And you know, Satyavrata, that 7 days from now, the oceans are going to arise for the dissolution of the creation. All the 3 worlds would be submerged in the water and life is going to come to an end. So 7 days from now, I want you to build a huge boat, bring the 7 sages or the hermits, such noble wise people, and collect all the seeds from different plants and herbs. Bring each one animal off from every breed, and as well a bird of every kind and also a creature of every kind. Collect all of them and you load them onto the boat and travel to Mount Himavan. I'll guide you through the way," said Lord Vishnu. Satyavrata then bowed to Lord Vishnu and the fish disappeared into the water. And so, within these 7 days, Satyavrata has called the 7 sages. He has collected different seeds of plants and herbs. He has collected animals of each kind, birds of each kind, and all the creatures of each kind. And everybody aboarded the boat and they were all ready to leave. As it was on the 7th day, the storm has started. The water level started rising and they were traveling to Mount Himavan. On the way, a big tidal wave came and it hit the boat. The boat tilted. It was about to fall. Satyavrata said, "Oh Matsyavatara, as you said, I'm on board with all these people of sages, the creatures, the plants and everybody. It is you who could protect me. So please save me." He prayed to the Matsyavatara, that is none other than Lord Vishnu. Then Lord Vishnu appeared, that is the Matsyavatara, the one-horned fish appeared. It rose from the water and along with the one-horned fish came Vasuki, the king of the serpents. And so what did they do? Satyavrata tied the boat to the horn of the fish with the help of the large serpent snake Vasuki, and then they traveled to Mount Himavan finally, safe and secured. Once they traveled to Mount Himavan, after a couple of days, the waters subsided. And once the water subsided, Hayagriva, the demon, who had stolen the scriptures from Brahma was exposed, and Matsya killed Hayagriva, and he rescued those sacred Vedas and he handed over them to Lord Brahma. In the meantime, entire earth was visible again, but it was all barren, nothing else. You don't find any living creature. Then Satyavrata threw all the seeds he brought of different plants and herbs on the earth. He let the animals free, and all the 7 sages also went to their places to do their penance. And Satyavrata performed a huge sacrifice, that is a yajna, and worshipped all the gods. Then all the gods blessed Satyavrata, and from the fire evolved a beautiful damsel named Ida, and she married Satyavrata, who is none other than Manu, Vaivasvata Manu. And then Manu and Ida have given rise to the human race once again, and through this the entire procreation of the new era has started and has emerged, and it has led, Matsyavatara has led a beginning to a new civilization with all the noble people, all the noble creature, all the plants and herbs, and the 7 sages. And this is how a civilization has started during Matsyavatara, that too during Satya Yuga, children. Did you all understand? So did you all like this story? Yes, very good. And next Thursday, same time, I'm going to come here to share with you another avatara of Lord Vishnu in the series of Dashavatara. So till then, stay tuned. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.